Welcome to episode 9 of Spark It Up Sports, your one-stop shop for all things football and all things marijuana.
I'm Big Steve.
And I'm Johnny.
We're coming to you from our home studio in Pacific Beach, California. Another beautiful day outside here.
Crazy week we had in the NFL. Real bad week to be a parlay.
Like, seriously, all the 0-2s got wins on Sunday, ruined everybody's parlay. So our topics for this week, we have NFL Week 3 review, followed by the NCAA Week 4 review. We're going to do our world-famous blunt break.
Ooh, a couple tight ones pearled up for today.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to that. After the blunt break, we're going to do the NCAA Week 5 preview, followed by the NFL Week 4 preview.
Ooh, a couple good games coming up in the NFL, division matchups, as well as Alabama, Georgia. Big matchup.
Yeah, a lot of good football this weekend, all across the board.
This week for the edible of the day, we are featuring the Fuck'em Gummies.
The Fuck'em.
Fuck'em, pronounced F-K-E-M. If you're looking for them online, we'll go ahead and throw a tag for them on the pages. Give them a try. They're 2,000 milligrams, 10 pieces in each bag, 200 milligrams of capsule or a little gummy capsule.
Yeah, they tasted pretty good, not super weedy.
No, not at all, and tasted actually real good. Flavor is WOP for those of you
what's
out
the
there.
flavor? The old WOP, dude?
Everyone loves a good WOP.
Oh, yeah.
Real good flavor. I mean, I tasted WOP.
Yeah,
tasted
woppy. Great. Nice and juicy. It was wonderful.
Real woppy.
We each ate two, so we're
400
milligrams. One of the things that I feel like when you order these edibles and they're like 1,000 milligrams or 2,000 milligrams, I don't know how legit they are or how strong they really are. So we're about to find out.
I mean,
actual 400 milligrams or maybe a little less, but the package says 400. So.
We were talking about this earlier. So it's hard to base these things when you start getting over 100, 150 milligrams. We're used to basing everything off the weed teas. Yeah. Those are 100 milligrams, and they're pretty good pack for your punch.
They're potent. They get where you're going. So everything we grade other edibles on is based off the weed tea.
Best bang for your buck, 100 milligrams. You really feel it. So 200 milligrams, we're really hoping to get to another level there. So
we're at 400 because we ate two. NFL Week 3 review. We're going to start it off with the Bears versus Colts.
Oh, tough.
Fucking
game.
Terrible. Bears lost 16-21. Where do we start? The offense is abysmal. Absolutely terrible. The play calling is awful. Matt Eberflus, he screwed the extra point up. You have to know you're going for two. It shouldn't even be a question whether you're going
Wasted
for two
a timeout
or not.
there.
Wasted a timeout. And then it's 4th and 1 at the goal line, and they run a speed option with Caleb Williams. What are you doing? They also ran on that same drive. I think it was 2nd and goal. They ran the Wildcat, which I haven't seen the Wildcat in probably 3 years. So what are they doing? Bringing back the Wildcat for this? I think the offensive coordinator had a terrible game plan to begin with. They were playing the Colts, had a terrible rush defense, and we come away with how many yards did we have? We had 28 carries for 63 yards. That's absolutely terrible when you have a rookie quarterback. By the way, Caleb Williams, he went 33 for 52.
52
passes, which the second half they were down by 2 touchdowns. I understand you got to pass the ball, but it should have never got out of control like that.
No, throwing 52 times a game, that's definitely dangerous for your guy.
Yeah. He did pass for 363 yards, which is the most yards Bears rookie quarterback has ever passed for. So he broke that record. And he also has the most passing yards of any quarterback this season. Like I said, he passed the ball way too much. I don't like seeing that. He's breaking these records, but for what reason? He did have 2 interceptions and 1 fumble in this game, so that was 3 turnovers, which, I've been harping all along, turnovers killed you, and they killed us in this game because we were in it till the end again. Good to see Rome get his first touchdown from Caleb Williams, the rookie-to-rookie connection. It makes me wonder with that 9 pick, do you take the receiver or should we have taken an offensive lineman? I think that's, the biggest question now with me.
We saw it in other games. Offensive linemen are...
Yeah, you got to have an O-line. It starts up front. I played O-line. I understand that. Pace played O-line. So you think he would fucking understand that, but our O-line is the weakest point, and he was an offensive lineman. So I don't know how the fuck he lets that happen. Defense, we're fine. Defense, there were 2 picks. Jalen Johnson had one. All-star. He did give up a touchdown pass, which you rarely ever see. He got beat at one-on-one coverage. Surprised to see. But he did have that interception. Tremaine Edmonds had the other one. You remember that one from Richardson at the goal line? Maybe one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but we'll take
the ball.
it, right? Special teams for the Bears. Kairos Santos, I feel like his accuracy is good, but the distance in which he kicks is not okay because he couldn't even hit a 56-yarder. He didn't have the leg. We watched it at the same time, and the fact that he was short on that kick, 56-yarders, like nowadays in the NFL, there's people hitting 65, 66-yarders. The fact that he can't hit a 56 is concerning to me.
Torrey Taylor actually took a shot.
Yeah, he got smoked down there.
See if he's going to be okay to keep on his legendary
I mean, we
season.
need him. We definitely need him. He's the better draft pick as of now than Caleb Williams.
Now,
so
absolutely. All right, let's transition over to this Raiders-Panthers game. I got a lot to go over in this. It was a tough day to watch. Red Rocket, Red Rifle, whatever the fuck you want to call that ginger. He comes into town. He stands behind that offensive lineman that the Panthers have literally built their team around, benching their starting quarterback from the previous weeks to go with this ginger fuck. But Andy Dalton ends up taking the team down the field, ends up throwing 3 touchdowns in the first half.
I mean, he had an unbelievable game.
It's insane.
It's crazy. But you were even worried about it. It's like you saw this coming.
This is the thing, is that I saw it coming. I knew it was a trap game. A lot of teams look at that Panthers team. They tend to take them easy. They quarterback change.
Especially after what you saw the first 2 weeks. Like, they were absolute trash and garbage.
But, I mean, from the Carolina Panthers side of the ball, I mean, Bryce Young was not the problem. I mean, they took him out. They plugged the Red Rifle in and crushed it.
So Bryce Young was the problem.
Bryce Young was definitely the problem.
He's the problem.
Max Crosby, a little bit shaky to start the game. He did not start. This is his first career not start in the NFL.
And it came out later after the game, right? He had a high ankle sprain, I think it was.
And which was weird because before the game, as he was running out, the reporters did ask him how he was feeling. He said 100%, and he was not 100%.
Nah.
And it was definitely evident.
Yeah, you can tell when he's not 100% because he has such a big impact on the games when he is 100% that the fact that he didn't have a sack, you could tell he was injured.
Gardner Minshew, 18 for 28, 214 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 INT. Couple things from the locker room. Maybe they're considering a quarterback change for this following week. We don't know.
Oh, the Raiders are?
Yeah, that's what Antonio Pierce did come out after the game, said business decisions do need to be made. So no one really knows what that means. I mean,
yeah, I saw the clip of him after the game, and he was not happy with how the team played.
No, some people are saying, was it the smart thing to call the team out 2 weeks into the game, 3 weeks into the season? No, people really don't know. I think he needs to fire this team up. I mean, there was something clearly wrong on the defensive side of the ball. They did not look like the Raiders.
I think it comes down to Max Crosby.
I do too. I mean, Max Crosby is the heart and soul.
Oh, absolutely. He is.
That's all I got really for this Raider game.
I mean, both of our teams need to turn their shit around.
Absolutely. I mean, something needs to happen. It's early in the week. It's early in the NFL, but we're already behind. We're in the drive.
We're both 1-2, not looking pretty. All my preseason bets not looking good. I don't think the Bears are going to win over 8.5 games. I do not think Caleb Williams is going to win Rookie of the Year. Like, what a fucking disaster this season has been so far. Absolute shit show.
Yeah.
Only place to go is up, though. So let's move around and do a NFL rundown for the rest of the games from this week.
Thursday night game. Patriots-Jets. Aaron Rodgers.
Holy
Welcome back.
Cow. It's crazy, like, watching Aaron Rodgers play, and then, like, he makes it look so fucking easy.
Yeah.
And then I watch Caleb Williams play, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how big of a difference there is between Rodgers and Caleb Williams is insane.
And Rodgers is 40 years old.
40 years old, and he's just out there dropping. He played the game, like, the perfect game it looked like
Absolutely.
The Jets played.
And one thing you're seeing from Rodgers, which you haven't seen in quite a few years, is he's getting out of the pocket and he's running around.
Yeah, his mobility was way better than I thought it was going to be with that Achilles. Like, he was getting out around the edge, had a couple of scrambles in that game.
Even though he looks like an old man, he definitely looks like he's been rejuvenated. Texans versus Vikings, 34-7 win for the Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings came out. They're 3-0. They came out hot.
This was an upset. A lot of people didn't see this one coming. C.J. Stroud did not look
Oh,
good.
man. Fuck C.J. Stroud after last week. You're trying to tell Caleb Williams how to play the fucking game, and you come out here and lay this egg?
Not a good
who
look.
the fuck are you,
Not
dude?
a good look.
He had C.J. Stroud, 2 interceptions, sacked 4 times. Now you know how Caleb Williams felt the week before, buddy. Like,
Yeah, try to
Sam
avoid some
Darnold
of those hits.
Sam Darnold out there picking him up, dude. Like, hey, you're all right, buddy. Do better next week, you fucking clown.
I mean, Sam Darnold, 5 touchdown passes.
Fuck,
That's
he
insane.
went off, dude. Sam Darnold had himself a day.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, 6-0 all time versus the Texans. What a stat to have.
Crazy.
Packers versus Titans, 30-14 win for the Packers.
Packers win again. Malik Willis had an even better game than the week before. Here's his stat line. He was 13 for 19, 202 yards, 1 passing TD, 73 rush yards, and 1 rushing touchdown.
That's insane. For the second week, I think he's led his team in rushing yards, which is insane to have.
Yeah, even with Josh Jacobs there. Crazy.
But your quarterback's literally running around, and he's not even your starting quarterback.
No.
So we talked about this earlier. Coming next week, Jordan Love's healthy. Who's starting? Jordan Love, Malik Willis.
If Jordan Love is 100% healthy, he gets the job back, and it's his job to keep. But like you were saying, if he's hurt at all, you go with Malik
Willis. Keep it in the hot hand.
Like, it was cool seeing Malik Willis beat his former team, the Tennessee Titans.
Absolutely.
And then the Titans still have Will Levi. He's literally the turnover machine in the NFL.
Oh,
Another
man.
pick 6, dude. Like,
But bad decision making from the kid. I mean, it's really tough to see. I don't know if it's
because he makes plays.
Yeah.
He makes some plays out there, but it's just those. It feels like every time he makes a bad play, it's like a pick 6 or like the worst timing ever, and they're very memorable, so they stick with you.
Yeah.
So we got Lions at Cardinals. The score was 20-13 Lions.
This was a pretty good game. Came down to the wire right at the end.
Lions came out pretty hot at the beginning, and then the Cardinals had a pushback at the end.
Marvin Harrison Jr., 5 receptions, 64 yards, 1 TD.
Yeah, he didn't have as good of a game as the week before, but he still had a decent game for a rookie.
Not just that, you're going to start talking about those offensive rookie of the year names. So Marvin Harrison's definitely one of those.
Marvin Harrison, I think Malik Neighbors, he's also out there too. There's some good rookies that are out there performing this year. Fun to watch.
Next game, Chargers Steelers.
God damn it. Justin Fields, 3-0. Here's his stats for the game. 25 for 32, 245 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. And the question is, did the Bears fuck up by trading him and drafting Caleb Williams? And here's my thought. I've watched all these quarterbacks play for the Bears. Mm-hmm. And this year, I don't care who's back there playing quarterback, they're going to fucking suck behind that offensive line.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter if it's Trubisky, if it's fucking Fields, Caleb, even Aaron Rodgers is going to be running for his fucking life back there. Yeah. So, like, if you ask me, only time will tell at the end of the day, but the Bears had to make a move. So,
but Justin Fields, 3-0. Steelers the best team in that AFC North.
They're good. Mike Tomlin, he's always good. He's always has the team ready to play.
Broncos, Buccaneers. Upset of the week. A lot of people thought the Buccaneers were the real deal.
Right? They've been playing good.
Baker Mayfield looking like an MVP, but he was silent. He got sacked 7 times in this game.
Yeah, anytime you're sacked 7 times, good luck with that.
Bo Nix, welcome to the NFL. Finally gets his first NFL win.
Got his first win. No touchdown passes.
No touchdown passes, but he did 1 run in.
All these rookie quarterbacks with a win, they've all won the game without a touchdown pass.
Except for Jaden Daniels today. Jaden Daniels gets his first fucking...
No, their first win. All the rookie quarterbacks' first wins this year
That's true.
had no passing touchdowns. If you want to win a game as a rookie, don't throw a passing touchdown.
Run it in.
Yeah.
Run it in.
Just run it in, you might get the win then.
The year of the field goal. I mean,
year of the field goal, right?
Field goals. Yeah.
I feel like offense is down this year. Running game is up. Field goals are up. Touchdowns are down. Like
Giants versus Browns. Giants getting the win over the Browns 21-15.
Giants won. That's the biggest surprise of the weekend, maybe, is the Giants got a win. Malik Neighbors went off. He had 2 touchdown catches. I think he makes that offense better. He makes Daniel Jones better because some of those catches he made weren't really good passes at all. His catch radius is just so unbelievable that
Absolutely.
He goes over people, around people. He just makes the grab.
And his 2 TDs absolutely throwing him in there for Offensive Rookie of the Year into that list.
Yeah. Before Jaden Daniels played tonight, as of this morning, Malik Neighbors was my rookie of the year, but Jaden Daniels had himself a game tonight.
Dolphins, Seahawks, 3-24. Dolphins dead in the water.
Dead in the water. Tua's out. The backup got hurt, too. They were on their third stringer in that second half.
Skylar Thompson injured in this game. Tim Boyle having to come in. What are they going to do at quarterback? Who are they going to bring in?
Yeah, I mean, they got to run the ball.
Got to run the ball.
They can't pass the ball. You got to run the ball. Maybe bring a veteran in. There's a couple veterans, like Tannehill's still out there. I don't know if you bring him in because you see what Dalton's doing. So maybe bring a veteran in there and see can win some games, a few games here, a few games there.
Also, do they just need a hold-up guy? Is Tua coming back, or are they going to need a permanent replacement for this
He's
season?
on the IR, so a minimum of 2 more weeks. I haven't heard anything about it this week.
I think they're keeping it pretty quiet.
Yeah, I
a
think
lot of people are saying
so
that,
people forget about it, and then they're going to be like, all right, you can play.
some people saying, will the NFL have to step in and tell them to sit a little bit while? Well,
Yeah, I mean, that's the question.
that's the question.
And it comes down to the NFL making that
Absolutely.
decision. So.
And that's something that they absolutely have full authority to do. So we'll see. Seattle is the first team since the Steelers in 1979 to start 3-0 and hold each of their opponents to under 150 yards passing.
To see Seattle doing it again with their defense, their defense has always been good.
Ravens and Cowboys, one of the most
Yeah,
contested games.
I think this game had the biggest implications for the playoffs. I know it's only week 3, but like both of these teams you expect to be there. And the Ravens came out and won 28-25.
Ravens getting their first win of the season. Cowboys really spiraling.
Yeah, they're 1-2.
Derrick Henry, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns. He looks like a beast.
Yeah, it was good to see them get him going because they're a better team when he runs the ball, has positive run plays. So
49ers versus Rams, 24-27. Rams win. Rams come from behind win.
can't believe they were able to come from behind with no receivers, get the W.
Chiefs Falcons, 22-17 win for the Chiefs. This was a great Sunday night game.
Yeah, Mahomes throws 2 TDs. Defense holds out the dweeb. Like, he couldn't do it 2 weeks in a row. Not a chance.
They had the chance. They had the opportunity too. Kansas City gave them the chance to have
he had
that
the ball
game-winning
back,
drive.
and he couldn't seal the deal this week.
Defense holds them out. Today's doubleheader, Monday night games. Jags versus Bills, 10-47 win. Josh Allen looking like a thumper.
Man, he went off, dude. 23 for 30, 263 yards, 4 TDs. The first 4 possessions, he had 4 passing touchdowns in the first half.
Wow.
Like, talk about an insane first half.
Yeah, 200 yards first half passing. That's insane.
Yeah, crazy. He also had 6 carries for 44 yards.
He led their team in rushing, which is
Rushing,
insane when you
passing,
have
you name
James
it.
Cook.
Seeing Trevor Lawrence out there, it looks like he's not having any fun. He's getting throttled every play. I don't know if him and Dougie Peterson aren't on the same page, but
No, once again, you saw them come over to the sideline and they were yelling at each other. So
yeah,
that's not good to see.
they're in
There's
shambles
clearly a
in
disconnect.
Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 0-3.
From the second game of the weekend, or from tonight, we had the Commanders versus Bengals. This was an upset. A lot of people did not see this coming.
Both had Cincinnati.
Cincinnati -7 was what we had, and
Yeah.
that was not.
I thought that was a shoo-in.
Absolutely. Jaden Daniels' first career touchdown pass in the NFL. And who's it to? An offensive lineman.
Oh, it was
Trent
crazy.
Scott.
Crazy. The old lineman, he didn't even catch it with his hands, dude. He was all body, dude. No way he was dropping that thing.
So,
he snuck out the side. Didn't even see him out there.
Future trivia question for those guys out there. Jaden Daniels' first career touchdown pass, not to one of his star receivers, rather to an offensive lineman, Trent Scott.
I was like watching the game at work, and I was like watching it. I saw the touchdown pass. I was like, that dude looks big as fuck. Like, that's a big ass tight end, dude. And then sure enough, it's a fucking offensive lineman with it. Love to see it. Anytime an old lineman scores a touchdown, I'm like, let's fucking go. Get the
man
big
in the end
dogs
zone.
the ball, baby.
Absolutely.
Keep them coming. Let them eat.
Let him eat. Couple stats from this game: 21 for 23, 254 yards with 2 touchdown passes, 12 carries for 39 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown for Jaden Daniels.
This is the first time in their career that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have been 0-3.
Ooh, not
So
good.
they're in uncharted territory. I'm interested to see how this impacts the rest of the season for them. Edible check. How we feeling?
I think it's kicking in, to be
Hell
honest.
yeah, it's kicking in. I'm pretty fucking high.
I'm pretty fucking high, too.
I feel good. I'm smiling.
I'm smiling. I'm
giggling.
laughing.
I can't remember shit.
My eyes are starting to close. It's pretty funny.
We need more WAP, dude.
We need more WAP.
More WAP.
Try the WAP.
Get more WAP in your life.
It's really good. College football, a little transition for the day. Week 4 review. Nebraska versus Illinois. This was the Friday night game.
Oh, man. We're all hyped up on Nebraska. Mini Mahomey, dude.
Matt Rule,
doing work.
NFL coach. We thought he's going to
This
the
is their year, dude.
Nah.
How wrong were we?
Great overtime game, though.
It was a good game. Went into overtime. Illinois is better than anybody thought they were this year.
Absolutely. And Illinois maybe going to sneak in there. You don't know. Minnie Mahomes tried to lead a comeback to close out that game, but he got sacked.
Just couldn't do it.
Next big game of the week was USC versus Michigan, 24-27
Oh,
Michigan
man.
win.
USC, welcome to the Big Ten, man. I watched the game the first half. It didn't look like they were ready to be in the Big Ten. They made a comeback in the second half, made it a close game. And if they have like another quarter, I think they could have pulled out a win there. But unfortunately, they weren't ready for the Big Ten, it didn't look like.
Miami of Ohio versus Notre Dame. Games really people don't care about anymore because Notre Dame fucking sucks.
We thought they were going to cover the 28, but couldn't do it.
Nah.
After what they did to Purdue, I honestly thought they were going to come out and put on a better show against Miami of Ohio, but they weren't able to do that.
Utah versus Oklahoma State. This was actually one of my favorite games from the weekend. Utah gets their first Big 12 win.
Yeah, on the road at Oklahoma State, they were able to go in there and beat them at home.
Tennessee versus Oklahoma. Tennessee really in control from the start. Didn't let up. Tennessee really one of the teams to beat in the SEC.
Yeah, they're looking good to go into Oklahoma and beat them. Oklahoma's first SEC game, so welcome to the SEC. Just like USC, not good for them.
Yeah, no, welcome to the SEC. Well, real harsh welcome to the SEC. Texas, 51-3, Arch Manning's first college start. BYU with a statement win over Kansas State.
First Big 12 matchup, right, for him, I think?
Yeah, that was an upset.
Yeah.
A lot of people had Kansas State going deep. They were ranked 13 in a lot of brackets. So
Yeah, word on the street is some guy's about to take a beefy 5-layer burrito because he
It's in
picked
the
Kansas
freezer.
State in this game. So you keep an eye out for that, too, I guess. Beefy 5-layers coming right up your butt.
Cue the music.
Cue the music, dude.
All right, for today's blunt break, we got a little Tangy OG that was gifted to us. Put it into one of these little king palms because the topic of today is wraps.
Wrap it
And
up, B.
Wrap it up, absolutely. And so many different wraps they have now. One of my favorites are these king palms. They got a little flavor capsule in the top. This one's a strawberry
That's
banana.
a stuff 'em wrap, right?
Yep, stuff them. So all you got to do is open the package, grind up your weed, stuff it in there with a little pick, really pack it down, and then just hit it with your slider. Spark it up, Sparky.
Spark it.
So as we covered before, these are very similar to those Camel Crush poppers that you just crush the little thing and it gives you a nice burst of flavor in there. So the Tangy OG, lots of fruity flavors, tangerine, orange vibes.
The
Very
Tangy is a
uplifting.
sativa, too.
Very uplifting. I like it.
I like the Tangy. It's one of my favorite strains.
And you mix it with a fruity wrap, so it tastes super fruity and super good. No homo. Hey, what can I say? Those edibles are kicking in.
I think they're working.
Fuck them. WAP flavor. Shit works, man. And it's definitely over 100 milligrams.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know if it's 400, though.
Yeah. But definitely works.
It might be 400. I don't know, dude.
As we said, the topic for today's blunt break is wraps. So there's
Wraps.
thousands and thousands of companies. You got Swisher Sweets, you got White Owls, you got vegan wraps, you got
Vegan wraps.
vegan wraps.
What? All organic vegan wraps?
Organic vegan wraps.
Holy shit.
You got to remember, some people don't like smoking tobacco anymore, so they come out with these like felt wraps, and that's what these are. You know the cigarillos, the old zigzags? That's what those were. They're like felt wraps.
Oh, all right.
So they're a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
They're a little bit thicker, but they're not made with the tobacco leaf. So it's a little bit healthier. As people say. I mean, they're
vegan.
They're vegan, so that's what they're healthy is what people are saying. I mean, you got to remember, people are health conscious in all types of fields, not just food. It comes to weed too. I mean, some people are super into what's inside.
I know people that only light the bowls with the hemp wicks. They won't use the lighters because the butane. Yeah,
absolutely. People like vegan. People like GMO free. I'm serious. That's what these are.
Oh, you're serious?
Vegan, 100% organic hemp, GMO free, 100% tobacco free.
So, that's what you use?
That's what those are. But for those that are health conscious out there, just know that you have options.
We got you.
You want to smoke a blunt? We got you.
Honey pot swirl high hemp.
It tastes pretty good. I mean, all these things taste pretty good. So, also, other types of wraps. You got the Black and Milds that people are used to. All those flavors that people are
Black
used to.
Black and Milds.
We of course live here.
What's the one leaf?
Oh,
How about the backwoods? Those are money. Those things are good.
Backwoods, of course. So backwoods are all one single leaf. So having to unroll those, pick them apart.
They're not nearly as easy.
Not nearly as easy.
They take
a lot
time.
more of a process.
They take work.
I have a cousin that literally just sits at home and will unroll 5 or 6 of them. Fucking.
You got to keep them wet.
Got to keep them wet.
Maybe a couple WAP gummies before you get in there, and you roll
in.
those up, dude. You keep them wet, wop it up, good to go.
So, of course, we live here in California where a lot of flavored tobacco is outlawed. So when we go into our smoke shops, you're not seeing as many flavored wraps as we used to. So you got to diversify.
They're hard to come by now.
Yeah. No flavored tobacco, no spitting tobacco, no chewing tobacco, no flavor.
It's all the same shit, dude. We don't have flavors for any tobacco.
No flavors. It sucks. But, I mean, always go in there, your store. A lot of them have them in the back room. They just can't have them out on display.
If you're coming to California to visit, always bring your flavored tobacco from wherever you're at, because we don't have it here.
We don't have it here. It's hard to come by. If they do have it, it's going to be more expensive. We're all done with our wrap talk for today.
We wrapped it up. Wrap talk is over. We're going to move on to the college football Week 4 playoff prediction. If you guys have been following along, each week we've done a playoff prediction for the top 12 teams, and in order, because like we said before, the top 4 get the bye, and then 5 through 12 play each other. There were some teams that lost in the top 12, and there was definitely some movement. Mm-hmm. The top 8 did not change at all. Texas, Ohio State, Miami, Utah rounding out the top 4. They all have a first-round bye. After that, we got Georgia, Oregon, Tennessee, Alabama, Penn State. That's 5 through 9. And then 10 through 12, they're all new teams. Ole Miss from the SEC. Missouri jumped up. So Northern Illinois lost. They're out. They were the non-power conference that was in the top 12, but since they're out, I'm moving Boise State into that position.
Welcome, Mountain West. We're back. SDSU opens the door.
The 3 teams to fall out of the top 12 were Oklahoma State, USC, and NIU. All teams had losses in Week 3.
NCAA Week 5 preview.
Let's
big week.
Go, baby. We got games this week in college football.
Absolutely. Headlined by Alabama, Georgia. That's probably at the top of the list, but let's start off on...
That's what we all been waiting for.
Absolutely.
The fucking SEC powerhouse game. The best athletes in the country playing against each other.
That's a top 5 matchup, top 6 matchup in a lot of people's brackets.
Week 4, top 6 matchup. Love to see it.
Friday games, we got 2 primetime games. Number 8 Miami versus Virginia Tech. I'm liking this Miami minus 17.5.
Yeah, Miami has looked good this year. I like Miami minus 17.5 also. I'm excited to actually sit down and watch a full Miami game. I feel like I've seen bits and pieces from all the other games, but it'll be good to sit down and see what this team's all about and what they bring to the table.
Big 10 matchup, Washington versus Rutgers. Rutgers minus 2.5.
Washington only has to travel 10,000 miles for their first game.
I mean, welcome to the Big Ten.
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Saturday, full slate. SDSU and Western Michigan back in action.
Let's go.
SDSU makes the drive to the east or Central East. Yeah, Central East. Central Michigan is who they're playing.
This is Michigan. This is where Central Michigan is. Right there. That's where San Diego State is going to be playing in the state of Michigan.
So we're in the middle of Michigan.
The middle of Michigan. Central Michigan. Right in the middle.
Even money on this game. So experts don't know which way to go. Which way are we going? We're always going with State. Always. Roll State.
I've been to Central Michigan. I've played at Central Michigan, and I don't think San Diego State is, like, ready for what Central Michigan is. You're going from the beach, beautiful SoCal to the...
What's the weather looking like over there right now?
It's probably not bad right now. But just, like, it's a different world out there.
San Diego State's not used to playing at 11:30 or is it 10:30 a.m. The pick I like for this game is the under 55.5. That's probably my favorite.
No shit. San Diego State under. Shocker.
Put it in there.
That's the lock of every week.
Western Michigan versus Marshall.
Western Michigan versus Marshall. Western Michigan 6-point underdogs. I like Western Michigan +6. Hopefully we get the team that played Wisconsin, not the team that played Ohio State.
Number 11 USC. Welcome to the Big Ten versus Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin.
Another welcome to the Big Ten, dude.
I mean, they haven't won yet, so got to get welcomed eventually. Wisconsin +14.5. I really like these big spreads. I mean, USC did not look good against it.
They did not look good. The only thing is USC is at home, though, so I think they might have a little advantage there. But Wisconsin likes to run the ball. They're usually good up front, so I think they're definitely going to give them a run for their money.
Number 1, Texas versus Mississippi State.
I don't think it's out yet, but is Quinn Ewers still hurt? Have you heard?
From what I heard is he was good to go. They just decided to go with Arch Manning. So, once again, question looms, is Quinn Ewers healthy? Or are they going to stick with Arch Manning? Or are they going back to
Keep Arch in there, baby.
I mean, he's only a sophomore. I mean, yeah. From what it looks like, this kid wants the college experience, so he might be playing all 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to play all 4 years.
2 fingers.
He loves sniffing a finger.
Couple whiffs.
Biggest matchup of Saturday, number 2 Georgia versus number 4 Alabama.
Alabama +2.5. Love that after seeing what Georgia did against Kentucky.
This is always one of the best games of every single year. It's a historic matchup. Saban's going to be on commentary, so it's going to be good to watch. Number 3 Ohio State versus Michigan State. Ohio State -24.5. I'm looking for them to pump.
They're going to get out and score early and often, and they're not going to let off.
Number 9 Oregon versus UCLA. Historic Pac-12 rivalry.
Historic. Welcome back.
But they're no longer in the Pac-12. They're now.
That's crazy that, like, we're going to be seeing these two teams playing with, like, the Big Ten logo on the field, I'm sure.
Which is funny because I was watching Washington State and Oregon State both had home games this week, and they still rock the Pac-12 logo on their field, which is hilarious.
They're both in the Pac-12.
Yeah, but I mean, technically there's no longer a Pac-12.
Yeah, there is. You're joining the Pac-12.
But, I mean, like, this season.
What?
This season.
It's there.
They call it the Pac-2, man. There's only 2 fucking teams.
They call it the Big Ten. There's 16 teams.
I don't like these odd numbers. Tangio-G. We had a lot of it given to us, so we're going to spark up another one.
Yeah, keep them coming.
This one's the White Owl.
Coming.
Different wrap like we were talking about before. This one has tobacco in it. So
yeah, you got to split them, gut them, dump them, you name it. We got a nice Big Ten matchup, top 25. 24 Illinois at 10 Penn State. Illinois is 17.5-point underdogs. I like that.
I do too. Illinois looks really good. They pumped Nebraska, so
yeah. Nebraska's at home too. They went in there, got the win in overtime. So I like Illinois plus 17.5.
This one, number 14 Oklahoma State versus 13 Kansas State.
Kind of a bounce back game for Oklahoma State after Utah came in there and beat them last week.
Absolutely.
And Kansas State too.
Yeah, they got pumped by BYU, so looking for them to come back. Oklahoma State +6, I think, is the call there. Colorado versus UCF. We didn't talk about that game earlier in our rundown, but Colorado coming off a very impressive win this past weekend.
I don't know if it was impressive because I don't think Baylor's that good, But the fashion in which they won was unbelievable.
Travis Hunter coming up from the goal line, stuffing them, knocking that ball out.
And I didn't even realize that until we were watching it today. Like,
Absolutely.
What an unbelievable play by an unbelievable player at an unbelievable time in the game.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't write that script any better.
Colorado facing UCF this week in a Big 12 matchup for them. Colorado plus 13.5. I like
Can't
that.
believe they're 13.5-point underdogs.
Right?
I did not realize UCF was that good.
But I like Colorado. I mean, I like Colorado in this game. From what they've been, looks like they're building from game to game. So hopefully they can put a good win together.
Up next, we got number 19 Louisville at number 17 Notre Dame. Big matchup for Notre Dame. They need a win real bad against Louisville.
Louisville plus 6.5. I love those 6.5 points. Notre Dame really hasn't impressed me much. They're beating bad teams. They lost to a bad team.
Yeah, they don't have any signature wins really. This is definitely, they need this win. Like we said, if they go undefeated, after that loss, they could make the playoffs. This is a big week for them.
Absolutely, a loss here could put them possibly out of the playoff picture.
Yeah, 2 losses, they're done. I think.
U of A versus number 12 Utah. Utah minus 12.5. I love that. Utah looks really strong. Cam
yeah, they
Rising's
look good. Hopefully Cam
good.
Rising will be playing. Let's do a edible check.
We got the WAP.
More WAP. We need more WAP.
I mean, shit works.
Yep, still stoned.
Still stoned.
Still creeping a little bit. Getting a little more stoned, I feel like.
I'm slurring my words. So. It definitely works.
It works. Can't stop smiling or laughing.
I mean, that's the whole point of this show is that we're trying out these edibles. We're smoking this stuff.
Hey, we're doing the edibles, so you guys don't have to. But these I would do if I were you, so eat some WAP,
recommend
dude.
it. WAP.
WAP
Get the WAP.
for everybody.
WAP, 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 WAP.
Hell yeah.
NFL Week 4 preview. Thursday night game, Dallas versus Giants. Dallas minus 4.5, hopefully.
Both teams suck. Dallas has to get the win. I like a minus 4.5.
Sunday slate, Browns versus Raiders. Cleveland coming into Vegas. Deshaun Watson hopefully doesn't get another handy.
He's for sure doing something in Vegas, dude. It's allowed, though, so that's fine. But, like, for sure. Dog, he's going to come out all relaxed. Dude, he's about to have the game of his life.
Oh, God.
Dude, he's going to play so good.
Relax, Deshaun
Take
Watson.
the over in Deshaun Watson yards, over in touchdowns, over in everything for Deshaun Watson this weekend.
We're going with Raiders plus 1, though.
Spark Sports, Raiders plus 1.
Always ride the Raiders. Chiefs, Chargers. Chargers, Herbert hurt. Is he playing? Probably not. Kansas City minus 7 for sure.
I definitely don't think you play him for sure. Chiefs minus 7. Spark Sports.
They're just running the ball anyways, so I feel like any quarterback that they plug and play there can hand the ball off 50 times a game. Saints versus Falcons. New Orleans plus 1.5. Bounce back game for Derek Carr, hopefully. DC no longer MVP.
Man, he had a tough game that week.
Oh, man. And did you hear those defensive guys just talking shit to him the whole time?
Oh, no.
DB for Philadelphia after the pick, he's like, you got to remember they got Derek Carr as their quarterback.
Never forget. After that, we got Packers versus Vikings. Packers are playing well. Vikings are playing well, too. Packers do have the one loss, but that was in Brazil. I think that has... field is terrible. We're going to go Vikings plus 2.5, though, on this one.
Philadelphia Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Can the Bucs bounce back, or will the Philadelphia Eagles keep on rolling?
We like Philly minus 2.5 in this one. They look good. Saquon's got them playing well.
That's the key of the game is feed Saquon.
Let him run the rock and then play off that.
Baker Mayfield, hopefully he can bounce back and get back to his 4 touchdowns a game instead of turning the ball over.
After that, we got Rams versus Bears in Chicago. I think Caleb Williams might actually have a good game this week. They might protect him, might get the run game going. So we like Chicago minus 2.5 in this. Our defense is great. Not worried about our defense.
Not just that, but I mean, if the Bears are able to take a lead, I believe that their defense can hold, and I don't think that they will let them back into the game
they just got to be able to take a lead.
And that's the name of the game. Can Caleb Williams get a lead in a game? Bills versus Ravens. This is probably the best.
This is the Sunday night game. Sunday night primetime game. Bills versus Ravens.
Buffalo plus 2.5. I love it.
After what we saw tonight, I don't think Buffalo's going to lose a game all season, which obviously they're going to.
Monday night, 2 games, doubleheader. Titans versus Dolphins. Our pick, Miami -2.5.
It's going to be a terrible quarterback battle.
Terrible matchup.
Yeah,
William
terrible
Levi
matchup,
versus
bad
whoever
game.
Dolphins throw out there.
Dolphins are home, so we're going Miami -2.5.
Take it with the home team.
We're going to wrap that week up with Seahawks versus Lions Monday night.
Seahawks 3-0 going into this. I like Detroit to knock them, give them their first loss. Detroit -4.5.
Yep, love that.
That's really all we got for you guys this week. Check out those games. Big week in college football this week. Baltimore versus the Bills, our favorite NFL game this week. That's
other than the Bears and Raiders.
Other than the Bears versus Bears.
We're looking for a bounce back week from both the Bears, Raiders.
Absolutely.
Western Michigan and San Diego State will be back playing this week.
Back.
So we got a great weekend of football coming up. Super excited about it.
Don't forget to hit follow, subscribe. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts. How good the Bears are. How great Caleb Williams is.
Give us
anything
your
like
thoughts
that.
on the Raiders situation. Who's going to be our starting QB from here on?
Will Mad Max be back this week?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
how many sacks will he have when he comes
All
back?
that talk in his ear, you know he's coming out. He's going to
Yeah,
be
right.
hunting.
He'll be ready to
Deshaun
go.
Watson, get a couple massages because Max Crosby's coming for you. What a way to sign off this week.
Go Bears.
Go Raiders, roll State.
Was recording.